Hello and welcome back to another Warhammer 3 video we have to today. We are checking out every unique lord in the game that's special enough to be unique, but not special enough to be legendary, you know? And this is going to be just like the last video, but we're going to be going over the lords this time. The first unique lord we'll be looking at is Azerich the Mazekeeper. He's actually a unique lord for the Norscan faction, and you can actually get him by completing the Allegiance to the Gods. You get him at tier 3 of it, and you do it by raising cities for the Eagle only. Only do that, otherwise it'll take forever to get him, of course. He's super strong, he can fly, he's a spellcaster, and he's unbreakable, which is very, very good, because usually demons, you know, they crumble once their leadership's low, but he won't have that happen. And his special trait is Gift of the Eagle. Winds of Power Reserve +5 per turn, Winds of Magic cost -25 for all characters, enable Flaming Attack for Lord's Army, enables a Magical Attacks for Lord's Army, and on top of that, Barrier hit points +800 Lord's Army. It's one of the most broken passives I have ever seen for any lord, and I would very much pick up this guy if I could in this campaign. But you gotta keep in mind, Azerich is automatically max rank, and you cannot open his details or skill page to change anything. However, you can equip items that you can get from winning battles. But besides that, he's pretty good. I like him. He's just an ace, but then you get him like 50 turns in, you know? And the next up is actually the other Nurgle version of this. The other unique lord that Norsca can gain by doing the Allegiance to the Gods mechanic is actually Burple Smirk Spew Spit. Quite the oddity of a name, but quite the powerhouse of a character. So it's basically what you'd expect out of a Nurgle lord. They are a bit slow, but regeneration, a lot of health, bunch of armor, decent damage spells. It's an all-in-one package type of character. But what makes him so special, just like his fellow Zinch, is his passive, Gift of the Crow. Passive ability, horrible regeneration, which is super good for Lord. I believe it's for Lord's Army, and it resurrects the dead. It does give them a weakness to fire, but I would still pick it over normal regeneration. And you get hit points +30 for all characters. Battle healing cap +50 for Lord's Army. Enables poison attack for Lord's Army, and physical resistance +15% of Lord's Army. I would say it's very comparable to the bird one, and they're very good. It's kind of pick and choose. What do you want? Do you want more health and healing, or do you want more kind of like damage, you know? I think he's incredibly really good, and with Norsca not really having that many lords to begin with, hint hint, DLC maybe coming soon, they really need it, and these are I would say the two strongest of the list. So Alistair the White Lion is the next unique lord we're looking at. He's for the High Elves, which is my favorite faction. He's an axe infantry, armored piercing, armored. His lion cloak gives him physical resistance. He's also a melee expert, so he's a great front liner to protect a lot of your wizards. And he only costs about 30 influence, which is really good and considered a steal when you're just recruiting lords with just some decent traits, you know? His special trait is Lions of Trace. His upkeep is -25% for all the lion type units for Lord's Army. Recruitment costs, same -30 just for that exactly. And then his last is Ambush Defense Chance, +15 for Lord's Army. He's pretty good, and considering a lot of the lords right now where the High Elves are in, wink wink, they're also probably going to get a DLC soon, he's looking decent. Now we have Admiral Cannibal, who's a unique lord for the Dark Elf faction, who's actually a Black Ark, which is kind of fancy. He's actually only available to Felheart's faction, the Blessed Dread faction. He's okay, you know, standard. He's armored piercing. He's got his hybrid, which is everyone likes. His special trait is the Kraken Claws. Black Ark growth +10. He's unbreakable, which is a little odd because all Black Arks are unbreakable. Melee attack for 6 Black Ark Corsairs. Missile resistance for Lord's Army, and immune to sea, reef, and storm attrition for Lord's Army. He's just, you know, a better version of a Black Ark. It's kind of like, it's one of those lords, like, no reason to get rid of him, but no reason to be like, I really, really need to keep him around. He's a Black Ark. Olak the Orble is the one we're looking at next, and he's actually a unique lord for the Greenskins only. He's an armored, shielded, you know, your standard orc lord, throw him into combat, not really worry about too much. What makes him so special is that you get him in the tech tree, and it's super easy to do. You get him in like 20 turns if you really try. And his thing is Olak the Orble. I know a guy. He's pretty horrible. Thought that was pretty funny. And this lord will be wounded instead of killed in battle, so he's immortal. Melee attack +5 for orc infantry units. Armored +5 for orc infantry units. Speed +10 for orc boar units. and charge bonus plus 50 for Orc Boar units, all in the Lord's army. Really good. I would recommend him if you're really going for like the black orcs and anything just orc heavy. Now onto the opposite side of the technology tree, we have Ragnik Spiderclaw, just the same unique lord for the greenskins only, and he's a spellcaster lord goblin type and can be placed on any other mounts, all the spiders, all the wolf type stuff. But what makes him so special than standard being have him just be throwing spells and hopefully running away from the enemies until he gets his big spider is his special trait is Ragnik Spiderclaw. This lord will be wounded instead of killed in battles. Melee attack for spider and spider riders, plus 10. Ability Arachnic eggs that actually allow you to spawn a bunch of spiders and they don't go away for a while, which I really liked. Enemy leadership, minus 5 local region, and charge bonus plus 10 for all spider units. If you really like spiders and you want like a better little spellcaster guy who can like be sneaky, I'd pick him, but it's kind of a flip a coin, whatever one you want to do. Really easy to get, like again, 20 turns if you're really going for him. Sarthuriel, the Everwatcher, is who we're looking at now. He's the unique lord for the Warriors of Chaos and a Tzeentch lord unit option. Sadly, you cannot do him in campaign. You can find him and try to recruit him, but you kind of have to either like have a mod and kill him or just like make an alliance with him. Or what you can do is in multiplayer and custom battles, you can use him as a lord. He is pretty good. He's your standard, you know, lord type with Tzeentch. He's got his shields, he's armor piercing, spellcaster, flyer, causes terror. What makes him pretty good is that his ability is called Everwatcher, targeting range plus 15 for all spells, wind of magic power reserve capacity 15 for own army, and he's got a really odd stick. This unique lord you can actually get from a mechanic just like the first two. He actually comes from the Book of Grudges. He is Muel Leadstrong. Basically your standard armored, you know, armored and shield, melee expert, axe infantry type of dwarf. You get him by getting rid of all the dark elves, which is kind of a hard task, I would say, if you're not playing Grombiddle, like the white dwarf that's right around there. He's super strong, but it takes a minute to get them, you know? He's okay. He's not nothing like special, but his special trait is Grudge Striker, recruitment cost minus 15 for Lord's Army, and global recruitment duration for all units Lord's Army. I feel for all that work getting rid of the elves, I feel like it should be bumped up a little bit, because some of these unique lords are really strong, and then some of these unique lords are just bottom of the barrel, you know? Keeping with the theme, the next one is Kazador Dragonslayer. He's a unique lord for the dwarf faction as well. He's the leader for Karak Azul. He was introduced in the Hammer Herdstones update in Warhammer 2. He's actually just a standard hero like the Everwatcher, kind of just like chilling. You can't even use him in multiplayer or custom battles, which is kind of sad. And his custom ability is Thunderhorn. Attribute causes terror when fighting against greenskins. Attribute causes terror when fighting against Skaven. Melee attack plus 5 when fighting against greenskin, ogres, Skaven, all units in army. Attribute causes fear. And he's just your standard, you know, lord for the dwarves. Throw him in the front lines, let him handle his business. But it's okay, kind of a shame that they haven't done much with these type of characters, you know? This lord has sadly been left to the wayside. And we all know who he is, the Red Duke. He has been in the game for a very long time, and he even has a campaign intro that's not in the game, but it is in the files. And for some reason, he's not playable. You can, you can get him on the campaign sides, and you can play him in multiplayer, but you can't start as him, even though having all this lore and all this stuff. He is a wizard, you know, just a vampire. He's a spellcaster, armored and shielded, armor piercing, has a bunch of strong magic. He's basically like a blood knight. Like, it's very, very confusing. So maybe soon, when we get more DLC, we know, maybe he will get his campaign, because there's an intro out there. He's ready. Now last and not least, we have everybody's Empire's favorite one-eyed bastard, Boris Toddbringer. Again, unique lord. He's actually technically a legendary lord, but I wanted to include him in here because he's technically not a legendary lord because you can't start out with him. There's no campaign, and unlike the Red Duke, he doesn't have a campaign intro lurking in the shadows. He's just Toddbringer. He's the man. He's the one-eyed man. He's pretty good, you know, standard infantry stuff. They did give him a better skill tree in an update in Warhammer 3. So he's pretty good now, and the Rune Fang is really good, so he's like very few Empire people can heal. He's like one of 3 lords that can. So just throw him in battle, let him do his thing. He's the lore, he's the real emperor. He might have lost out to our Emperor Karl Franz, but he's in all the Warhammer fans' hearts. And yeah, thank you guys again for watching the video and all the support and watching to the end. Thank you guys so much. I'm working on a bunch more videos for you, trying to pump them out at Ghost Corporation here. And if you have any ideas or things you'd like me to share, I'll share them down below. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the future.